Friday, getting everything connected and set up. It is Friday. Thank God, Friday. Live video starting. YouTube up and running. I gotta figure out a better way to get all this stuff done. But for now, it is going. Good morning, everybody. Excited. It is Friday. Thank God, Friday. Looking forward to this weekend. We're getting ready for our Thanksgiving Sunday. That's next Sunday. Looking forward to that. Please be in prayer for that. But excited for this weekend. Looking forward to what God has for us. The government shutdown has ended. People are going to start getting paid. Thank everybody for all your prayers in that regard. Some people really suffered. Some people, had the money put aside. But God is faithful. And so this morning for Thank God Friday, I'm thankful for airplanes. On Tuesday, our daughter is coming to visit us. She's going to come in for about a week. She's going to visit us for a week. It is Michael's birthday on the 21st. Those two have always been very close, and so she's flying in to visit us. And airplanes are good at bringing people good things into our lives. All the mail that comes to Germany, for the most part, comes over on an airplane. Different things like that. Brother John in our church had people bring. I've had people bring Cinnabons over on airplanes, and so airplanes bring good things into our life. But that same Tuesday, a man who has been very important to me in the ministry, he has mentored and helped me a lot since getting to the field. He helped us through a very difficult time in life here in Germany. And Gib Woods, Pastor Gib Woods, Brother Gib Woods, Brother Woody, and his wife Miss Kathy are leaving Germany on Tuesday. They have stepped away from the mission field here and taking on a new task that God has for them in the U.S. And so the same airplanes that bring good things into our life are the ones that always take military ministry. They always take the people that have become important to us away. Excuse me. It was an airplane that took our daughter to the States to start her life as an adult. And so airplanes are responsible for a lot of good and a lot of bad and difficult things in our life. And I want you to hold on to that thought, because I'm going to get back to that in just a minute. But here's the thing. I don't understand how airplanes work entirely. I know a lot about airplanes, about the shape of the wing and then the pressure of the air flowing over it, and I understand that there's this tiny aluminum pressurized tube flying up in the sky where there's not enough oxygen for us to breathe and the air is too cold, and I understand the radar and how it looks around, but if I sat down in a cockpit and all the switches, if I had to work on an airplane and fix something, if I had to fly one, I couldn't. I just don't understand how. But the reality is, just because I understand it or don't understand it doesn't stop me from using it. I still fly to the States. I fly back here. Our daughter is flying over here, and Brother Woody is flying to the States. And many times people fly on airplanes and they don't understand it, and I don't understand it. But that doesn't stop us from using it. That doesn't stop us from appreciating it. Now, I do understand a lot about how an airplane works. It's one of the reasons I get so nervous. The first 10 minutes of a flight, the last 10 minutes of a flight, that's when most of the accidents happen. But the reality is, the more we understand about how something works, the more appreciative we are for it, and the more in awe we are of it sometimes. Pilots take years of training to learn everything. One person can't do it all. And if you sit down and you talk with a pilot, even they don't understand everything about the plane and everything that goes on and how it all comes together. Now, I say that because there's a lot of stuff in our lives that God does that we don't understand. And I don't understand how God works, and I don't understand why God works. And sometimes I do. Sometimes He lets me see the reasoning. Sometimes He lets me see the why. Sometimes He explains it afterwards. but I have to understand that God understands. A pilot may never understand everything about his airplane, but God understands everything. One of the things that makes an airplane so amazing is just how complicated it is, how tight everything fits together, and how perfect everything must work. And yet, in my life and in the lives of 9 billion people on this planet, God knows everything and controls everything. And no matter how complicated and complex everything is, God is still in control. And God, everything He is doing is because He loves us. And so I may not understand it, I may not appreciate it, I may not like it, but God is in control. And that brings me back to my original point. Airplanes sometimes bring good things into our lives. Sometimes airplanes take things from us. And then sometimes in our life with God, God brings great things into our life. And sometimes He takes things from us. Sometimes we have points of difficulty. Sometimes we're late and we're stressed and we're running around. And we have to understand that God is in control of all of that. And so when an airplane brings me something great, and I'm excited and I'm happy and I thank God for it, I need to be excited and happy and thank God for when He takes things from me, because He sees it all. He's in control of it all, and He understands it all, and it all is fitting together in His perfect plan. So wherever you're at today, you don't have to understand it. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what God is doing, you don't have to understand it. And understanding might give you a better appreciation for everything, but we are required to trust, and trust that God has our best interest. God has a love for us that is beyond understanding. And so this Friday, I'm thankful for airplanes. Pray for my daughter's flight as she flies in on Tuesday. Please pray for the Woods as they head back to the U.S. to start the new ministry that God has for them. They're going to hit the ground running with a lot of stuff and grandkids and all of that, but also a ministry to a very unserved population of pastors. And so I'm excited for what they're doing. I'm excited to see our daughter, looking forward to what God has. And this Friday, I am thankful that God is in control of it all. Hope y'all have a great Friday. God bless.